We answer sheet, answer sheet, answer sheet. अरे 17, 17, 17. Okay, so now we'll see what is to be given in the answer, what is given in the answer of this question. See, experiencing wind shear on takeoff leg. Why? How do you know it is takeoff leg? But it is given in the question paper. You are airborne. You are just airborne. When you are airborne, you just taken off. That means you are on the takeoff leg. You are on the takeoff leg. In your particular case, that is Kingfisher 7880, has just taken off from Delhi. Okay, so you will contact Delhi Tower, because after takeoff, or rather on takeoff or departure, who is in your contact? Tower is in your contact. So Delhi Tower, Kingfisher 780, wind shear report time. You tell him what time you experience wind shear. Wind shear report time 0500 you have given here. Now in this, you have to put the relevant time as per your log sheet. You departed Delhi at 0305, right? You are airborne. So what will be the time now? Anybody can give me some time. You are just airborne. And I told you, don't give too much time here, because if you have gained a very great altitude, intensity of wind shear will decrease. So here you just give 2 or 3 minutes, say 0305. So just say maybe 0307 or 0308. 0307 is correct. Okay. 037007 or 1 or 2 minutes here and there doesn't matter. Okay. Intensity moderate. Intensity moderate. See, he is not saying high intensity. If you make the mistake of saying high intensity here, he will say how it can be high intensity, because mostly people don't survive to report high intensity wind shear, because high intensity wind shear on takeoff path, that means your aircraft will definitely crash. Definitely you will come down, because you will lose a lot of aerodynamics there, because the wind will just try to push you here and there and push you down if you are not at a very good altitude. Okay, and if you are at a good altitude, definitely the wind shear itself effect will be less. Okay, moderate on takeoff path. Where was this wind shear? The location is on takeoff path. Runway 27. But where? Takeoff path of which runway? So you said imaginary one runway. 27, you can say 0915, whatever. One runway you have to speak out. On takeoff path, runway 27, 1000 feet. But where? 1000 feet. So this is the complete description which you gave, which was not given in the question paper. You reported the time when you experienced it, the intensity, you told where it was on takeoff path, and which runway of takeoff path, 27, runway 27, and at what altitude you experienced it, at 1000 feet, at 1000 feet. Turning left 15 degrees. So to avoid the wind shear, what you are doing, turning left by 15 degrees. No need to say 15 degrees. If you just say turning left or turning right, if you want to say degrees also, okay, 15 or 10 or 05, whatever you want to say, you can say if you want to. Otherwise, not a compulsion. You just say turning left or turning right to avoid the wind shear. Of course, the ATC cannot do anything about the wind shear. It's a meteorological phenomenon. Nobody can do anything. It's just like, okay, you told him and he will just copy the wind shear report and maybe update this on the datis, so that other pilots who are coming into Delhi, landing into Delhi, or taking off into Delhi, will taking off from Delhi, will keep a, keep this thing in mind, that somebody who's experienced wind shear, they'll be cautious during their takeoff. Okay, so this was your wind shear situation. That is situation number 8 as per the situation list, which we have done one situation more today. And now when you go to the next question, again there is a question number 3. When you go to question number 3, you see you are over Jaipur. You are over Jaipur. Suddenly you experience wind shear. What happened? You came out with nothing is given. Straight away they took you to Jaipur. You are over Jaipur. You see an aircraft descending through your level with less separation. Now you are over Jaipur. You see, you are flying from Delhi to Mumbai, right, on the route. And I have not told anybody to show me the PDR route today on the or predetermined route or that route on the map again, because we already discussed the chart number 1. It is in chart number 1, and we already discussed this map on previous occasion, and we already discussed this route. You remember, we already flew from Delhi to Mumbai via Pratapgarh and Songarh and all that. So we know Delhi Mumbai, there are 2 major routes. One is taking you over Ahmedabad, that is this route, VAH is Ahmedabad, and another route of course is the Ahmedabad route will take you to Mumbai via Apano and Dotip and all that. And of course, the other route, which is not over Ahmedabad, will take you over Pratapgarh, Songad, Bodar, and of course, Jaipur in both the cases will come. Okay. So while coming from Delhi, you come first to Jaipur. So you are over Jaipur, you see an aircraft. You see an aircraft. This is very dangerous. How can you see an aircraft? If you see an aircraft, that means it's very close to you, descending through your level with less separation. So you've seen one aircraft which is coming towards you and descending towards you with very less separation. Now this is very dangerous. You know, this is very dangerous. This is very dangerous. Okay. So you must be very careful. You must be very careful what is going to happen actually. So in this again is a new situation. But before going to the situation, somebody just tell me what time you will put in question number 3 in the log sheet. Anybody fast tell me. At 3:03:07 you were airborne, right? And what time you will take? How much time you will take to come over Jaipur? What time you will put in question number 3? Tell me fast. 3:23, 03:23. Okay, 3:25. Yeah, you are more. Meenakshi is more correct. 3:25. Why? Because actually it takes 25 to 27 minutes approximately for a flight from Delhi to Jaipur. Even in today, even if we like in an average aircraft like Airbus or so 320, Airbus 320, and so on, we take 25 to 27 minutes, hardly 27 minutes, not more than that, some depending upon on the wind condition we take. It's a very short flight actually. Most of the time goes in climb and descent. The straight and level flight is hardly for 4 to 5 minutes when you are flying from Delhi to Jaipur. Okay, you are over Jaipur and you see an aircraft descending through your level with separation, less separation. You are seeing an aircraft over Jaipur with, so you must tell the ATC about this, because this is, see, you were given FIC ATC numbers and we are told that you are very safe when you pass through this desired route segment. Then how come the other aircraft was there? Okay, you are valid because you are having FIC ADC number. Then how come that aircraft unknowingly is right in front of you, somewhere very close to you? So you must report this matter to the ATC immediately, because this is not something which is normal. It's something very abnormal to happen. Okay, now actually we have come to a new situation. That is, we have come to your situation of air prox. That is situation number 5 as per your list of 13 situations in your booklet. Situation number 5, that is air prox, proximity of an aircraft which is very close to you. Now, since you are flying from the Delhi FIR, and of course the FIC was issued to you by Delhi, you must definitely give this message to Delhi. Just tell Delhi that you what you saw. Just tell Delhi. So when you look at the answer, what it has to say, it has to say, okay, it has to say that Delhi control air prox. Just say Delhi control first. You are calling Delhi control. So Delhi control air prox. The word air prox should always be said whenever we are giving a air prox situation transmission to the ATC. The word first spoken word is air prox. Air prox, safety not assured. You are telling him safety not assured. That means you are not sure of your safety. Why? Kingfisher 780 position Jaipur, and whatever time you want to put up Jaipur 0327 you said. Okay, true airspeed 350. If you want to give true airspeed, it's optional, you give. You said 350. Flight level 320 320, that is your flight level in the question paper. 320 IMC, instrument metrical condition. Why I say IMC? Because at 32,000 feet you cannot be VFR flying, you are doing IFR flying. So as per the instrument metrical condition, as per the IMC conditions, instrument metrical conditions, actually the visibility, there is no clause. In zero visibility also you can fly. So it's the IMC. You are flying in IMC, and time of incident so and so time. You must give some time here. Whatever time you were over Jaipur, you saw the aircraft. So whatever time you gave of Jaipur, same time you can give your time of incident. This is known as incident. Incident, why? Because it's something not natural to happen, something out of the way to happen, something not in the routine course of time to happen. Time of incident. Can anybody, since your aim is here, I'm very interested to know from you fast. Can you name? Can you give me an example of incident apart from this? Any other incident? What will be considered as an incident? What will be considered as an incident? Any other situation in which you can categorize an incident? Can you call that incident? Okay. Any other thing except this? What else can be incident? Come on, tell me fast. Anybody knows what is an incident? Other than this, of course.
Very close takeoff from the obstacles.
Okay. And what about the landing gears not coming out or retracting? What about that? What about overshooting and undershooting?
Hard landing.
Hard landing also, yes. Hard landing now, it depends on what the extent of damage. Sometimes actually I'm not commenting on any other pilots, on especially Indigo pilots who are now they're taking very rather young pilots. Most of them I've seen them or observed them doing very hard landings. But okay, hard landings which may prove that it was a hard landing by some damage. Yes, hard landing also, yes, hard landing. But again, then we are very particular what was the amount or extent of hard landing, because that must prove some damage. Otherwise, nobody will say it was hard. He will say just we landed. It's our normal course of landing. All right. Okay. We say overshooting. Overshooting is an incident. Undershooting the runway also is an incident. Anyway, so you said the time of incident so and so. One Boeing. Now you must give a description of the traffic. One Boeing 737 descended. It's not given in the question paper. It's all imagination. You have to imagine something and give. One Boeing 737 descended through our level at about 5 nautical miles in direction 360. See, he said in front of you. In front of you means opposite to you means direction 360. Just in front of you. Just 0 degrees or 360 degrees. Just in front of you, you saw an aircraft which is the Boeing 737 coming down at your level at about 5 nautical miles. Very close, only 5 nautical miles. 5 nautical miles is quite a distance, but here we consider it to be because we are flying at 350, so 5 nautical miles is nothing, and vice versa. That's also a Boeing aircraft. 5 nautical miles to cover, it will take hardly some minutes, okay, to come to you. So you are very close. So in this, the ATC cannot again do anything, helpless like wind shear. So he will just say, Kingfisher 700, Roger your aircraft. Okay, I copied your aircraft, and of course, after that, after your call goes and you report this incident or aircraft to him, he will take the initiative and find out who was really there, why that Boeing 737, whose aircraft it was. They'll try to identify it and find out who was there, why it was there. Did it go with a valid FIC? How FIC ADC numbers can be issued to two aircraft coming opposite to each other? No. And why he went there? He went there because of some bad weather conditions or due to some faulty navigation on his part. Why he was there? Rather, an inquiry will be held to find out the cause of this incident. All right. So for your benefit, I put it here. The format is whom you are calling. So you should tell you are calling here in this Delhi control. Format is whom you are calling. Airprox, the word airprox. Then after that, who you are. You are Kingfisher 780 in this case. Then position and traffic. Your position is what? Position Jaipur, and time you gave, and your speed you gave, and your flight level you gave. Then time. What time the incident took place? This time. And brief description. One brief description of that traffic. What type of traffic it was there and how much distance it was there. Because all these things will not be given in the question paper. All these things, if you remember the format, as per the format, you will put some imaginary values in this format and replace it in the answer. Okay. So this was one more situation which we could manage to do today. And now we'll go to the next question. That is question number 4. Question number 4. We'll go to question number 4. Now question number 4 says what? You are high for descent. You are high for descent. You are high for descent as you are coming down, as you pass flight level 100 for flight level 50. Suggest to lose, plan to lose. Like sometimes what happens, sometimes it is by oversight or sometimes miscalculations by the pilots. Sometimes what happens when we are coming into land at some destination or wherever, we of course we plan our descent. Like before also I told you, a lot of flights coming in from very high altitude. I have to plan a descent in such a way, very early descent, so that we keep on losing altitude very correctly and come to such a very appreciable altitude at which we can see the aerodrome and land or come for an ILS approach. If we are too high at some aerodrome, then unnecessarily we have to waste time in losing that much altitude and then come down. So it is very logical to start descending earlier or plan our descent. Okay, you are high for descent as you pass flight level 1 for flight level 50. So when you are coming to land, you are coming to land in Mumbai, right? You are coming to land in Mumbai. When you are coming to land in Mumbai, and as you are coming down, as you are descending from 10,000 feet, that is flight level 100, as you are descending from 10,000, why? To come down to 5,000, for flight level 50. From 10,000, you're coming down to reach 5,000. That's when you realize that even if you manage to come to 5,000, you're too high. So you suggest a plan to lose height. Suggest a plan to lose height. See, when you want to lose height of an aircraft, I told you it's very dangerous. Climbing, ascending, or descending, because you're passing different levels. You're not at one level. So whenever you want to lose altitude faster, it's very dangerous. So you must, of course, whenever you want to do it for some valid reason, you must tell this to the ATC, take the permission of the ATC. If there is no traffic in that area, the ATC may permit you. If not, the ATC may not permit you to do so. Okay. Of course, that will result in a loss to you, not to the ATC, but you have no issue but to take the discretion of the ATC in this manner. So you have to inform the ATC and then do it. So in this case, you see what will happen. In this case, you are going to contact Mumbai because you are coming to 5,000. So Mumbai approach, of course, will be in your contact. So you will contact Mumbai approach and say, tell him. So we'll look at the answer now. What the answer has to say. The answer is to say Mumbai approach, Kingfisher 780, passing flight level 100, 35 DME, bravo, bravo, bravo. See, this DME distance is not given, but you have to again imagine something because they told you na, in the conditions of WPC in exam, use of DME distance and radial is recommended. It will be very good if you give the DME distance of your own accord whenever required. So passing flight level 100 is given in the question paper, but not distance is not given. So just 35 DME, 25 DME, 10 DME, anything what comes to your mind, 1 DME distance from Bravo, Bravo. That is VOR of Mumbai. We are coming to Mumbai VOR. We are not coming to Mumbai. First we'll come to Mumbai VOR and then we will land at Mumbai. We are too high. We can make an orbit to lose height at present position, or we can descend in VOR hole to lose height. So you are giving a suggestion. You are giving ATC two suggestions. You are telling the ATC we are too high. So if you permit, we can lose height at present position. That means wherever we are, we can come start descending faster on our position, or we can descend in VOR hole to lose height, or we can come to Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. That is VOR of Mumbai. Come there and keep on circling over the VOR, and we can just in the VOR hold. VOR as a hold. VOR as a circuit of his own, in which we can make the descent. So many times you must have seen at very busy airports, some aircraft will come and keep on circling at some particular place. That is actually the VOR hold. That is done because the airport is busy, the runway is not available just now. So we want to keep on circling or orbiting there. So is it, can we come to VOR and then lose height, or should we lose height at the wherever we are now, present position? So the ATC in this case, see what he replies. Kingfisher 780 request level you can reach, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. That ATC in this case seems to be more interested that you come to Bravo, Bravo, Bravo instead of losing your height at the present position. Okay. So the ATC is asking you what level you can reach this place. You said flight level 80, Kingfisher 780. He said, okay, I can come down to the VOR at about 8,000 feet. By the time from 10 I descend to 8, I'll be over the VOR. You are saying, okay. Reaching Bravo, 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 flight level 80. He said, okay, you come to Bravo, Bravo at 50, proceed on radial 260, then come to Bravo, Bravo 8,000 feet. And after coming there, proceed on radial. See, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo has 360 radial. 360 radials. I told you 360 directions outward from Bravo, Bravo and inward from Bravo. So take one radial, which is 260. On that radial, descend to flight level 50. So now your descent is in one particular direction. That direction is 260. In the direction of 260 radial, you keep on descending from 8,000 to 5,000. So you lost 3,000 feet in one direction. You come to 8,000 there on Bravo, Bravo. After coming there, take a direction of 260. 260. Take that 260, and in that 265, once you come down to 5,000 on direction 260, that is radial 260 from Bravo, Bravo. After that, return, come back to Bombay. Come to Bravo, Bravo again. This was when you took the direction and went out from Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. 260 out you went, and lost 3000 feet. Then come back towards Bombay, turn 180 degrees and come back towards Bombay for ILS approach runway 27. That means he is asking you to lose altitude of 3000 feet from 8000 to 5000, where on radial 260 in the direction of 260. Now, what has happened? Your descent has become very disciplined. In present position, if you keep on losing, nobody knows where you are losing it. Your present position, the position is keeping on changing. Here, your position is fixed. In which position you are? You are on one direction, one single direction of tail. You are keeping on coming down up to 5000 feet. Once you reach 5000 feet, then you can return back to Mumbai. You come to Mumbai, that is Bravo, radial VOR, and there from there we can be asked to come for ILS approach, that is instrument landing system approach for runway 27. Okay. After that, once you come back to Mumbai, again you will get the further instructions for the ATC to land. Again they will guide you. Okay. But for the timing, you go to 260, lose 3000 and come back to Bravo. Then we will maybe give you a landing on runway 27, an ILS landing. So you have to read back the ATC clearance, reaching Bravo, flight level 80, proceed to radial 260, descend to flight level 50, thereafter return to Bravo for ILS approach, runway 27, Kingfisher 7880. All right. So this was your question paper number 17, which we did, and now we will do the fifth section in this. In the fifth section, we will see fifth section. In the fifth section again, see this is the, I told you mostly the question repeats, and sometimes you get new questions in this. Nagpur Wilco. Say, look at this sentence. Nagpur Wilco. We will try to let the gear down. We will try to let the down again. I mean, it remains up, and I am unable to release the nose gear. Then we will land all three up. Now, this sentence sounds as if you are speaking to some friend. You know, plain English. We will try to let the gear down again. If it remains up, and I am unable to release. How can you transmit such a long sentence on RT? So we make it short and concise and meaningful, of course, without breaking the meaning. See what we said. Nagpur approach. Nagpur approach will attempt again to lower gear. Will not say we'll try to let the gear down again. No, we'll attempt again to lower gear if unable. And if unable, then we'll make belly landing. Then we will make belly landing. That means all three up means nose wheel up, main wheels up. All three up means all the three wheel assemblies are up. Nose wheel also assembly is up, and the main wheels are also up. This happens only when the landing gear is not coming out. Okay, not coming out. So we actually then we effect a belly landing. That is on the we try to land the aircraft on the belly itself, or that is on the fuselage part. All right. Right, belly of the fuselage rather. VTWXR obtain a special weather report from surface movement control. VTWXR obtain SPECI from ground. Instead of saying surface movement control, we will say ground. And instead of saying special weather report, we'll say SPECI. SPECI is actually the short form. It is there in your abbreviation list. Just find out. SPECI is the short form for special weather report. Instead of saying special weather report, this is SPECI. SPECI means special weather report. Okay. Sometimes special weather reports are given by the ATC when the weather is changes very rapidly from the normal reports. If some urgent updation is required, even apart from the date is verbal is required, then they will give you a special weather report to indicate the special changes. These weather reports are known as SPECI, given, but they are always given by the ground facilities wherever available. Okay, that is the SMC. Madurai, confirm your runway is serviceable, and what is its magnetic orientation? So you're asking Madurai, Madurai, confirm your runway is serviceable. Is it working? And what is its magnetic orientation? What is the direction of the runway? He's saying Madurai, confirm runway operational. We don't say serviceable, we say operational. And QFU, I told you I'll discuss the Q codes in the next class, that is tomorrow, all the Q codes. In that you will find in the list which I have already given you for Q codes, and which I have already tick marked and sent you on your WhatsApp group. In the group I had sent this, in that which I have written QFU. QFU is the, you can say Q code for magnetic orientation of runway or runway direction. If I say QFU of U of Delhi is 0927. QFU of Delhi is 0927. That means I'm trying to tell you the magnetic field orientation of the runway of Delhi is 0927. That means One direction of the runway is 09, another direction is 27 of Delhi. Directions of the runway is given by the Q code. Okay. Delhi, I have spotted, because why Q codes are there actually? Because instead of speaking out a long sentence, you can just say Delhi request Quebec Foxtrot uniform. Quebec Foxtrot uniform. The moment you say that, Delhi will know you want QFU. Or when you are asking for QFU, note what is the magnetic direction and all that, no need to ask. That means what is the magnetic direction of your runway. QFU 0927. Very short. You just say request QFU and he will say 0927. Very short. To make it short, certain sentences are given Q codes. We'll discuss this tomorrow. Delhi, I have spotted aircraft on finals. Can we be behind him? Delhi, traffic on finals inside. We never say aircraft, spotted aircraft. We say traffic. Aircraft means traffic here. Traffic in sight. Request, follow him. Can we be behind him? No, can we be behind him? Instead of that, we say request, follow him. Confirm Rock Island has old vertical separation system. Confirm. He's asking a question. Confirm Rock Island. Rock Island is the name of some place in some foreign country. Okay, not in India. Some place by the name of Rock Island. So this aircraft is asking somebody, confirm Rock Island has old vertical separation system. Confirm Rock Island has CVSM. See, we studied RVSM, that is reduced vertical separation minima. He's telling, confirm Rock Island has CVSM. So can anybody tell me what is the full form of CVSM? Full form of RVSM was reduced vertical separation minima. I already told you that. What is the full form of CVSM? CVSM, can anybody tell me? CVSM. Unmute yourself and tell me if anybody knows fast. CVSM. What does CVSM? Actually, I'll tell you without waste of time. See what he's telling. Does Rock Island has old vertical separation system? That is very logical. Actually, RVSM criteria of 1000 feet in opposite direction and 2000 feet separation between two aircrafts in the same direction is given in RVSM criteria by the ICAO. That is the later version. Before these guidelines by ICAO came for RVSM, we used to follow a very old vertical separation system in which these two guidelines were not there. It was something different. The values were different. Otherwise, when we are referring to an older system, which is of course not in use now, but some place maybe still Rock Island must be still following that old system. So we want to find out they still following the old system. So actually it is confirmed Rock Island has CVSM, stands for conventional vertical separation minima. Separation system, does it still have that conventional vertical separation system or minima? Just not rather given by ICAO. CVSM, conventional vertical separation minima. All right. So that was the end of the question paper. And now we'll go to a bit of Viva part. That is in Viva. Actually, I want to tell you a lot of things which are important. So we today go to directly to page 8. Page 8. You go to page 8 of Viva book, because I already told you that we have discussed this, other pages, and I've already marked the pages which were important and which I discussed in class already. So we will discuss page 8 of Viva today, and we will see what important is there in page Viva. Yeah, Viva page 8. See, in Viva, when you go to the Viva book on page 8, you will find one thing. These definitions and all this is not important, but I'll tell you one very important thing, which will be a little bit, for you it will be rather a new thing to know. Okay, first we'll go to directly one definition, which actually when you go to Viva, I'll tell you, I'm not I'm not a part of WPC, but from my experience and a lot of students, thousands of students have appeared for RT, whom I taught, what feedback I get. See, what I get from what I gather from that is there are certain standard questions which they definitely ask you if you manage to reach the Viva. That is, after clearing part 1, if you are successful in part 1, of course you will be authorized rather or eligible to appear in the Viva. That I told you previously. Unless you clear part 1, you will not be allowed to go in Viva. When you go in Viva, there are certain questions which the examiner will definitely, examiner or examiners rather, one of plural, all of them will ask you certain questions which are standard. they can never omit those questions. Apart from those questions, if you are satisfactorily answer those questions, apart from that, if time permits or if they want to talk with you more or discuss more, they can ask you other questions also apart from. But certain standard questions they will never omit. They have to ask each and every candidate. So today we will do one small portion of one of the questions which is very likely that they will ask you in Viva. If you really go in Viva, they may ask you that question on that particular topic. So whatever I'm discussing now onwards in Viva is intended to the with the motive that those will be the topics which essentially they will ask you in the Viva section. If at all you reach the Viva section of the exam, they will definitely ask you. All right. See, one thing is they will ask you what is a NOTAM? What is a NOTAM? Now it is not a very difficult thing. NOTAM, NOTAM, NOTAM. What does NOTAM mean? Now I'll tell you. Actually, this is a short form. This is a short form. Short form. What is the full form of NOTAM? Full form of NOTAM is notice, NOTICE, NOTICE. Notice to air, 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 MEN, MEN. Here is the actually they have not given the full form of NOTAM in your books, but I will tell you the NOTAM of full form of NOTAM is notice to airmen. Notice to airmen, MEN, not singular, plural, men, MEN, plural. Notice to airmen, airmen. Now, can anybody unmute yourself and just tell me or enlighten me or increase my knowledge by telling me what do you mean by airmen? Who is airman? Who is airman? AIRMEN. Who is supposed to be airman? Can anybody tell me? Unmute yourself and tell me. Can you tell me who is airman?
Pilots.
Pilots are airmen. Okay, one thing. And what about other than pilots? What about the what do you call that? The other flight crew, cabin crew? They are not airmen. What about the engineers? They are not airmen.
So all persons who works on aircraft, they all
Who
are
work on
airmen.
aircraft. All are
Yes, sir.
airmen who work on aircraft. Yes.
Yes, sir.
You are. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I'll tell you one thing. I will just elaborate more on this. Okay. See, it is not. Don't take it literally. Okay, suppose somebody is going in the air, so it becomes an airman. Suppose pilots or air hostess or the flight engineer, if they are going in the air, that means they are airmen. No, no, no. Actually, see, you must have heard the word airman, M-A-N. M-E-N, I'm telling you for the first time, plural. But M-A-N, airman, airman. Actually, airman also is a post in Indian Air Force. Indian Air Force make post that is known as airman. That is not a very high post. It's a very, you can say, quite a low post. Airman post is there. You know, people are like helpers there. In the Indian Air Force, there is one post, airman. But here it is different. We are talking about civil just now. In civil, airman, the definition of airman as per ICAO is what? Any personnel, personnel means PERSONNEL, personnel, persons, lot of persons. Any personnel who are engaged. Look, the definition of airman as per ICAO is any personnel engaged in the operation of an aircraft. In the operation of an aircraft, when you are operating an aircraft, that means when you are flying an aircraft or when you are conducting a flight of an aircraft, any personnel who are engaged in the operations of an aircraft directly or indirectly, directly and maybe engineers are indirectly who's involved, maybe even all the people on the ground who are associated or linked with that aircraft, who's preparing that aircraft for a flight, all the people who are engaged in the service of that aircraft indirectly or directly are all supposed to be airmen. All right. Now in your college, you must be going to when you go to college, you will see in your all colleges, you will see even flying clubs. For that matter, any school also, any educational institution, when you go, you'll see there is a notice board, somewhere in the lobby or somewhere near the reception area, somewhere you see a notice board. What is the use of this notice board? All of us, suppose our college wants to inform all the students in a group. They don't individually call a student, and nobody has that much time. So whatever the CI, your chief instructor, or whatever your training manager, or whatever your flight instructor, whoever is the responsible person in your college, if you want to inform something to the students regarding any change in the timetable or any change in something which is rather affecting them, he will put it on the notice board. He will just put it on the notice board. Or after putting on the notice board, he will write in that. Of course, he will write the language, and in that he will write on top. He will write in heading in that notice, put on the notice board for first semester students or second semester students, and they'll put on the notice board. The notice board is common for first semester students, for second semester, or third semester, for fourth semester. Notice board does not, but the notice which is there, fixed there, is not common. It is particular for particular batch, or particular avionics batch 32 or 47. We have put this notice. So it is pinpointing the batch, but the notice board is not particular. Notice board is common to all. All type of notices will be put on the college notice board. In the morning, when you go to the college, you will stand in front of the notice and look at the notice board. Suppose you are in the fourth semester. Suppose, example, you are in the fourth semester. When you look at the notice board, it is for the second semester student. Will you read it? Why should you read it? If you are reading it, is a waste of time, because it's not for you. It's for whom? It's for fourth semester students. So fourth students should read it. Why are you reading it? No. Okay. So actually, notice board is common, but the notice which we put are pinpointed or particular for a particular batch or person or students, right? Similarly, here, as per ICAO guidelines, the India has devised a system of displaying notices, giving notices to airmen in India. Now, suppose a NOTAM or a notice to airmen is given. So first of all, definition as per your book: a notice distributed by means of telecommunication concerning information, the establishment, condition, or change in any aeronautical facility, service, procedure, or hazard, the timely knowledge of which is essential to personnel concerned with flight operations. What? This is a big sentence. I'll explain very short. Actually, as per ICAO guidelines, the DGC has formulated a system to give notices, or notices means information, to airmen. Now, about what? Notice about what? About changes in any aeronautical facility, and the change may affect the safety of an aircraft. Suppose I'm flying from Mumbai to Delhi. Suppose I'm flying from Mumbai to Delhi. I am using the VOR and flying, right? I told you before also, navigation purpose. I'm using VOR of Bravo and coming, taking some radial and coming. All of a sudden, I don't know, I'm flying in the air, I'm using the VOR and coming. All of a sudden, the VOR of Mumbai fails, stops working. Suppose it stops working. Then I should know, na? I should know. I'm blindly following the radial, and that I don't know that just now the VOR of Mumbai has failed. So I should know that, na? I should know that. Not only me, but other aircrafts coming in after me, arriving in Mumbai, should all know that Mumbai FIR, Mumbai VOR is presently not working. Such a notice should be given, na, to all the concerned person. How we will do it? How we will do it? Suppose a ticket in a printed manner, and the Airport Authority of India or DGCA writes a letter about this and posts on the notice board. What is the use? Useless it is, because I want it now. We are all flying, so we want this notice immediately. Everybody should know the navigation facility. If it has failed, we must know now at this instance of time. What we will know? How we will know? This type of notice will be given on RT, telecommunication. Instead of putting it on the notice board, instead of okay, we'll rejoin. ठीक है।